Sports Beat is brought to you by Ken Garth. We hear you.
BYU experienced something for the first time this afternoon against UTSA. They trailed for the first time this season, and they didn't score in the first quarter. A slow start for the Cougars, who lead the nation in total offense. This was the first ever meeting between BYU and UTSA in an empty LaVell Edwards Stadium. That's still hard to get used to. Down 3-0, BYU finds the end zone in the second quarter. The Cougars go for it. On fourth down, Zach Wilson finds Neil Pau'u in the back of the end zone. He tiptoes in for the touchdown. Another BYU touchdown, 5 plays, 45 yards. Zach Wilson sidearms it to Lopini Katoa, who scores from 11 yards out. It was 14-3 BYU at the half. Let's go to the second half. After a UTSA field goal, BYU extends their lead. Wilson this time keeps it and scores his third score of the day, 21-6 BYU. But the Roadrunners made this a game. They opened the fourth quarter with a touchdown. A deep pass there sets up Lowell Narcisse to Zachary Franklin. Be honest, Cougar fans, were you nervous? Well, Tyler Algill rushed for 116 yards in this touchdown with 2:18 left. They gave BYU a 27-13 lead. UTSA was relentless, though. Just a minute later, Narcisse won't quit, escapes a rush, throws a 34-yard touchdown pass to Brennan Dingle. It's not over. They go for the onside kick. They get a great bounce, but BYU recovers and survives. Not a performance that will wow poll voters, but the Cougars are 4-0. Sam Farnsworth has more for Provo.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremiah. It'll be interesting to see how the voters react to this game when the poll is released on Sunday morning. Of course, a lot of these guys, what they're going to be looking at is a box score where a quarterback completed 22 of 30 passes for 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. They're looking at a running back who went for 116 yards and a touchdown, averaging 6 yards per carry, and 5 different receivers that had catches of 18 or more yards in this game. And I'll tell you what, they're only going to see 27 points on that final box score. But in the end, Coach Kalani Sitake says they have a lot to be proud of because it's these games in the past that they weren't so successful at.
We've lost these games, and been in a situation where we lost the momentum and lost these games, and it felt good to get this win. It felt good to be able to be 4-0 and to learn from this and try to get better. And I think we'll perform a lot better next time.
You can't take these games for granted. They fly by, and the ones that you expect to win comfortably, sometimes don't happen. And BYU for sure knows that over the past, right? We've had games in the past that didn't work out for us that way.
In the end, the Cougars were still celebrating in the locker room. In fact, linebacker Isaiah Kafusi said the coaches wanted them to do some country dancing to celebrate being 4-0 for the first time since 2014. At LaVell Edwards Stadium, Sam Farnsworth, KSL Sports.